Well, there's an interesting new driver that's coming, and it's not from one of the big companies. And it does look like two major player drivers have merged into one. It kind of looks like Titleist and TaylorMade have had a baby, and out come this driver. Not what I was expecting from this particular company.
Welcome back to the Golf Asylum podcast. This is episode 18.
19. Well,
19?
The last one we recorded was 17, but Cody and Casey found the lost
Did we release it?
episode. It was released on Sunday.
Oh, was it?
Aye.
I need to turn
It was an old one.
notifications.
You say that every week.
I know. New phone. I don't even know how to work it.
New phone, new me.
Anyways, welcome back.
Welcome back, everyone.
We've
Hope you're all
had
good.
a week of golf, which sounds weird to say. The PJ Tour was playing, DP World Tour, T-Dubs, sighting at T-Dubs is nice.
Yeah, he looked pretty well, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he looked happy and as healthy as Tiger Woods can look and feel right now.
I think that's the truth.
So yeah, no, it's been, I guess, an interesting week in golf.
Yeah, you get to this time of year and you're just kind of pleased for any form of competitive golf and to see a sighting of a decent player.
Yeah.
And we had a little bit of that. Obviously, the hero field always is fairly strong.
Mm-hmm.
Rory made the journey to Oz,
Yeah.
the Wizard of Oz.
Royal Melbourne.
Yep.
Quite nice.
We'll talk about that in a second. He made some interesting comments out there, which I thought was well, I mean, I think it maybe raised a few eyebrows, him saying, but Rory just doesn't mind saying things that are controversial. But
Likes to stir the pot.
he does. I said this to you earlier on. I was away with the family last week. I never saw a shot, so I was immersed in the world of Mickey Mouse. So I didn't see anything. Just got little snippets here and there.
Yeah.
So I'm leaning on you this week a wee bit.
A lot of goofy shots hit this weekend, I can tell you that. Yeah, no, I sat at home and watched some golf this weekend. It's the first in a long time. Only because I was hoping for a sighting more of Tiger Woods.
Was he not really?
He was on the range, and he was,
nice.
he was in the booth yesterday at the end, and yeah, I mean, it's as much as you're gonna get. You don't even see him driving around in a golf cart that much, so
Right.
Who knows?
Yeah, he's probably doing kind of as little as he has to from a physical standpoint at the minute. Although he does seem like he's kind of being green lighted to obviously chip and putt and start working out towards it. So he's a relentless man, isn't he?
He is.
You're never going to write him off really from anything because he's just never going to quit.
No. I mean, I think it's ingrained in him to. Golfers of okay, I'm not saying we're at a Tiger Woods level whatsoever, but
Thank God.
golfers just want to chip and putt, right? If there's something to do, the amount of calls that I've been on in the last year where you're putting while you're on a call or something like that. I mean, it's I've always got a golf club in my hand. At this time of year, you can't play, so I'm dying to play. I said to you earlier, I've just haven't done anything for a week, no golf, no nothing, and I just want to hit golf balls. Even if I hit 10 pitch shots and went home, I'd be the happiest guy in the world.
It's something.
So yeah, he can chip and putt, which is great. There's no return for him. He just says he wants to start playing golf. He hasn't played golf in basically a year. Him and Charlie are not playing the father-son, which makes sense. A reporter asked, would you be able to putt and chip and your son do all the rest of the hitting? And he goes, it's not fair to Charlie. It's not fair to the other players.
Yeah. Well, was it last year they lost the Bernard Langer?
Yeah.
So, I mean, they were really close to winning the thing.
Next year.
Isn't that crazy? I mean, I know it's the PNC, but he was playing well enough to
totally. I mean, it's
string some good shots together.
And I think with the addition of Tiger and Charlie, and then Nelly plays in it, and you can see it's not just like a member guest. It's now the pro is bringing their most talented family member. John Daly brings his son, who's good. So I think
He's better than him.
Yeah, I think there's a true in that group, a real competitive, it's like a mini major for those family people, because it's fun. I mean, it's a lot of these kids are playing college. Their parents are legends of the game.
I would love
my
to see
dad's not playing in the PNC.
Seffi's not playing.
He can't even clean the range.
No, I mean, you got to think about it. What way to start? I mean, the timing of the year. What a way to start Christmas as a family.
Totally.
Whether you're the Langers, the Dailies, the Woods. Imagine you've got a couple of trophies to kind of look at over Christmas and talk about all those shots. That'd be awesome.
I'd love it. I wish my dad was Tiger Woods.
Your dad's just stuck in the woods.
Exactly.
Always in the woods. But Hideki got the win at the Hero. How did he play? Did you see much?
Yeah, I mean, like I said,
play?
I watched most of yesterday. I mean, he hits it lovely. A little pause at the top, great backswing. Everyone with a good backswing right now, which is 99% of the PGA Tour, I'm addicted to watching.
Honing in on it. How's your nice backswing coming on?
Not good. Not good at all. I haven't practiced in a week, so what does that tell you? Yeah, Hideki hits it so good. I mean, driver was good. He hits his, I think he had a 3-wood yesterday on 18. I think it totaled like 321 yards, and it just didn't phase him. Water down the left. He hits a little peely cut. Just hit it so good. And then ended up
3-wood.
A 3-wood. 321. Must have rolled like F, but 321.
50.
Must have. Even when I saw it, that's the only reason I bring it up, because it's stuck in my mind. How's he hit 3-wood that far?
I know.
He hit it past Sepp Straka.
Who knows?
So unless Sepp Straka duffed it off 18.
Well, Straka's a 170 guy, isn't he? He's a 170 ball speed guy. So I think he could move 3-wood to 68, 70. He's definitely not like a 178.
No.
Rory can be 175 to 178 with a 3-wood. I just sometimes think these numbers are so juiced.
Probably. But they have to be. I mean, it was blowing into the wind in Bahamas. I mean, the island wind, regardless.
We've literally lived on launch monitors for the last. Well, I've lived on a launch monitor for basically 25 years. You know, we know these numbers.
Yeah,
we know what it takes to hit a 3-wood 320.
When they show the shot tracer, I'd love for they obviously use TrackMan. I'd love for like 6 or 7. Squares to pop up and like, okay, give me some.
It's
info
coming.
Here.
It's coming. Like,
I so's Christmas.
that has been needed for quite some time, and TrackMan seems to have the contract. They just need more data on the tee boxes.
The only thing is, it tells me they're not going to share that information because there's enough people that will watch that know that information and go, this is pish.
I know. I don't understand it.
Scotty played the new TaylorMade driver this week.
Mm-hmm.
He hit it nicely, kind of Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Right.
Yesterday, I was watching.
What did he shoot? So 68.
Yeah.
Well, not bad if he didn't play so good.
Bad. He got on 11. If he didn't hit the shot he hit on 11, I think he would have won the event. He ended up going driver off the deck, and he just hit a snap hook.
Did he?
Into the
snap starler.
Into the garbage of all garbage that you could hit it. And I think he ended up making double or triple or something like that. So
what was that? 11?
11, yeah.
11. He only made bogey, but he goes from probably making birdie or better to By then he comes back and he goes 15.
I know. He
puts himself right there again.
He needed a birdie on 17 and a hole out on 18 or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was playoff. Matsuyama, Norin. I mean, both great players. Matsuyama just. I said this to you a second ago. I like him as a golfer. Like, I think he's a great player. Obviously, boy, oh boy, is he boring to watch.
There's nothing really there, is there?
Nothing there, and there's no try of like getting amongst it with the crowd. Maybe in Japan it's a different vibe, but like here it's
it's cultural.
As soon as he watches one, it's like turn this off, put the Bills game on, put something on. It's just.
I know.
Whereas, if Norin won, you're going to watch the presser, and I don't know. It's just, he could try a bit more.
You need a little bit more going on at the top. But you look at that field and you go, who in that field is going to offer you any excitement? I mean, Scotty is literally the only one in there that's going to offer you any excitement. Like, none of the rest of them are characters, to be honest. I'm looking through the field and there's no characters.
I know. I think that event would be good if it was a match play event.
I'd love to see a change up in the
20 of the
format,
best players that are
right now. I'd love that. It's a great idea.
I think that would be. I think you mic some of them up. I think the conversation would be fun. The week before that was the Skins game. I mean, the players that were doing it, I mean, it was just
Keegan.
A bit of a snooze. Oh, the other thing I was going to ask you, we played that golf course, Panther National.
Aye.
I think they got rid of 2 holes and added 2 more holes somewhere else. I'm trying to play it in my head. It's not on GPS anywhere because I was saying to my dad, I was like, oh, next hole's.
What hole are you thinking of?
So first hole, obviously.
Yeah.
Second hole's a par 3 up the hill.
First hole, nice one. Par 3 up the hill. Par 5 over the water, yeah.
And then the third hole, did we not make...
Third hole's par 5.
It goes backwards.
Yeah, so you kind of go par 4. This is riveting podcast. So you go par 4, then you go par 3, par 5. Then you go back, play the par 4 with the water on the left. Lexi made birdie on there. She actually made...
Is that where she putted it off the green?
Putted it. She hold it from off the green.
Yeah, hold it from off the green.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. For some reason, I was watching. I said to my dad, I was like, "Oh, this should be 4," and they're like, "This is 3," and I go, or whatever the difference was. I'm like, I don't remember this golf course at all.
Just because we obviously played, whatever 6,500 yards with Lexi, then played off because there's a 8,000 the JTTs.
I don't even think because I watched it, and you could see the tee box. There was room behind. There's no way they're playing that tee box.
Interesting.
I thought, I don't know. It was just the coverage was okay.
Mm-hmm.
The players they had were not like Xander tried to be chirpy,
right?
And I think he came across as a bit of a.
I think that's a bit him.
Yeah,
I've seen that more in him recently. He's got a bit of chirp in him, and sometimes it can kind of not come across funny.
Shane Lowry had the best line of the week because he made a putt,
and
he sawed off Keegan first skin. And he goes, "I've been breaking his heart for 2 months." I mean, that's world class. I mean, good on Keegan. He did play well.
Yep.
But you could almost, I don't know if there was a vibe of like no one asked Keegan about the Ryder Cup because even the walking reporters were like,
he said it was the darkest time of his career.
Yeah, I mean, the boys had 2 rough Ryder Cups, Medina and then as a captain.
Well, you cannot put yourself in the position, really. I mean, you take the captaincy when you're in the best playing prime of your life. And I know there's nothing he can do about not making it the year before, but he chose to put himself in the position that he just found himself in. And by all accounts, what came out with the green staff saying, that they had no communication for 2 weeks, and they
that's on him.
They ripped JT. Like, it's not looking great.
No. Again, this is where it comes down to. They had a few years ago before Whistling Straits this panel or task force, and they were successful, right? And I know Whistling Straits was different. It's COVID. Not a lot of European fans could fly over. It was, COVID in the UK and Canada was completely different than COVID in the United States. So less European fan base and stuff like that. I don't know. They need to bring the task force back because if that's not talked about 2 weeks before the Ryder Cup, then that's a failure to your captain, your vice captain. The Europeans are on it. I mean, Marco Simone was set up exactly how Luke Donald and his team wanted it to be set up.
Well, Europe has a full-time Ryder Cup committee.
Right.
The US only talk about a task force when they get hammered. The problem, and we spoke about it when we were covering the Ryder Cup a few months ago. The problem is that last Sunday, they got close in the end, and now they think, actually, it wasn't a blowout. We were fine. It was a blowout.
It was a blowout, yeah.
It was a complete blowout.
Your top players didn't perform.
Yeah.
And, the whole team didn't really perform that great.
4 sessions, it was a blowout.
Yeah.
1 session, they had a good session, and that happened to be the session most points were available, fine. But it was a tactical blowout. Pairings, course setup strategy, all that sort of stuff. So,
Anyways, lots of chirping at the Skins game. I thought it was interesting. It was, it's funny, like these guys, they wanted to bring back like the old feature of like the Skins game from the late 70s and stuff like that. But during what would be a commercial break, because it was on, I don't even know what the Skins game was on. Let's say it was, doesn't matter. When there was no footage, when they were walking to the ball, they would just show the image of a pond and birds chirping, and no one's talking. No reporters are talking. Like, talk to me about the golf course. Talk to me about interview JT, get Jack to be interviewed, someone. And you just sit there for like 2 minutes.
That's where you get like Barkley and
correct,
somebody
like the TNT boys,
a little
get
bit,
Barkley
and
going. Shaq going. That would be world class.
That's what you want.
But it was just, there was just awkward. Like, also, why wouldn't you sell that to Titleist or TaylorMade or Callaway?
Netflix are investing in these types of events. Obviously, things like
Netflix has the cash because they just bought Warner Brothers for $87 billion.
Well, we talked about, I think, in the last podcast, like these boxing events that they're doing.
Yeah,
they're picking up, millions of subscribers at a clip of $900 average spend per lifetime user. So they're making a
huge
fortune right now. Which is so they're not short of a few bob.
So I mean, again, the guy who does the skins game, that Chad Mum, obviously smart guy, knows what he's doing. First time, I think the next skins game and the skins game from hopefully 5 years from now. Listen, it was something nice to watch on American Thanksgiving / Boxing Day, because even for us, that was always a quiet time. Like it's always on something on TV. I'm telling you,
I mean that Internet Invitational. Just go watch that, and they'll show you how to produce and host and stage an event. I mean, by all accounts, and these creators that are on another level, way different level from what we've ever done in terms of their production quality. Even they came away saying that it was what are they called? Barstool and what's their Foreplay. They're like, it was a masterpiece. What they created from that, like the quality of it, So they just, if I was them, like I would have got Dalkey, the Bryan Bros, Sean Walsh, like get all these boys, like get a team of
more people will watch
influencers. They'll triple the audience, quadruple the audience. Yeah. The reality is these influencers, these kind of YouTube golfers have more pull right now than probably everyone other than Rory.
Yeah.
I would say they all have a bigger pull than Scotty.
Again, it'll be interesting to see. I don't know when they play this event, but it's Scotty versus Rory, and then it's Sam Burns, Luke Clanton, and someone else, and Rory's got Luke Donald, Shane Lowry, and someone else on his team.
It's like the 18th of December.
Something like that. Yeah. Again, that stuff's... Rory will do well at that because he's a bit of a showman. If he's with Shane, they'll do the whole Irish skit and they'll have a laugh and a jig and stuff like that. But Sam Burns is as active as Drywall. Scotty is as active as Drywall. Luke Clanton is 5 years old.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, I don't know. And the other thing, too, is like Americans won't understand UK banter or European banter. Really, they won't. Like if Shane and Rory start going after, especially Luke jumps in, all these UK guys, some Americans are going to watch this and go, this is pish. I'm not watching this.
No.
So the skins or stroke play, it's difficult to watch because there's a lot of time between shots.
Yeah.
And if the skins carry over for 4 holes and people are making par, you're kind of sitting there going, this is boring.
Well, it's also difficult because it's live.
Correct.
It's not like it's a production where they can cut the dead space and clip it up.
My dad and I were watching. I said to my dad, it's funny, back in the day, Gary Player and Jack Nicklaus and Arnold Palmer are playing the skins game in Arizona. But they would play it in September, and they would show it on TV in December.
Right.
Because there's no cell phones there. There's no social media. There's no one saying Jack wins the skins game. No one's ruining the surprise. Whereas now you can't pre-record this stuff.
No.
Or people are going to leak it, and then no one's going to watch. It's like the Internet Invitational.
Yeah.
None of them got their money until the final video was out.
So it's true, isn't it? Yeah.
And I think it was the day after the final video because they were like, whether you signed an NDA or not. Now, Barstool would sue you to the hill.
Yep.
But, yeah, these events are tough. It'd be tougher to even be there in person because golf events live they're not it. It's tough to watch. I like going to the range. Mm-hmm. The Augusta National Range. Watch the boys hit balls and see you later.
Yeah. It's not. I don't find it that captivating at all. I think there's, like I said, I mean, let me try and get the data right now. So, the Bryan brothers played. Did you watch their match with Dalkey and?
No.
Bros. It was last week. They played. So Brian Bros played Dalkey and Sean Walsh. Arguably, they are the probably top 4 YouTube golfers, right? Good, and Brian Bros. But so their match got a 9-hole match got 1.2 million views 6 days ago.
Jesus.
That's what people want to watch now. People don't. I don't think people want to watch these. I'd love to know the figures on the skins match or Keegan, and I just don't think people care about that stuff now. I really don't.
I think, and he probably won't, but from watching the Internet Invitational, I didn't know enough about Brad Dalkey other than he played in the Masters and he played at, I don't even remember what university he played at, but he could branch off and do his own thing, and I think he'd be successful at it.
Well, he is, yeah. I think
if he left Good today and started Brad Dalkey Golf,
he does. He has his own channel.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Oh. See, I don't really live into that space.
No, he has his own. So does Sean Walsh. That's what when you were saying earlier on about the car Sean Walsh was driving. Like he has his own channel.
Walshy.
He's just.
I'm gonna start a channel. I want a Rolls Royce.
That's right. He's just like he's not like Garrett. Well, I guess GM Golf. Like Garrett has his own channel.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But anyway,
which is smart for those guys because if they ever fall out of love.
Totally.
It's not like they're just disappearing. Like Luke Kwan, obviously, he left Good, and he's got his own channel.
Look at every boy band. What do they become? A solo artist. Inevitably. Other than the ones who are just there doing the background dancing. They're not. They've not got a solo career. Australian Open. DP World Tour Australian Open. Rory was over there.
Mm-hmm.
He likes that neck of the woods.
I mean, who doesn't?
I think he's openly talked about like he loves New Zealand. He loves Australia.
I mean, New Zealand. I would love New Zealand. Nay snakes, nay spiders, nay death.
Well, I think at a tailor-made event, I think Rory actually said to Mac, he's like, I really like to, because Mac obviously asked him, he's like, I heard you were in New Zealand. He's like, honestly, I was able to walk down the street with my family, go for lunch, go for coffee. No one knew who I was.
The thing with New Zealand,
have a normal life.
I've got an aunt that lives in Brisbane, or a cousin, whatever she is. She won't listen to this podcast, so it doesn't matter. And they've spent some time in New Zealand for like long weekends and stuff. They do a lot of like running about marathons and Ironman and stuff like that. And I think that's where they'll end up retiring. Is just because it's so safe. Dollar-wise, Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, New Zealand dollar, it's very close.
Is it?
Yeah, it's very close. It's more expensive to live in New Zealand. Obviously, a lot of it is imported because it's an island.
That's the thing, yeah.
But at the end of the day, golf looks great. Their winners aren't really winners, depending on where you live.
Totally.
It's close to Australia, so you can, couple-hour flight, and you can be in Oz, which is cool.
Too many snakes.
Too many. I saw a TikTok, snakes falling from the ceiling. I'm out.
It's raining snakes in Australia.
If I went to Australia, I'd ask for the highest room in the hotel. Nay snakes are climbing up there.
I don't fancy it.
That's not an eye. This is a no eye.
I know. I would honestly keep the jet running while we play around. I want to go and play, but I'd be happy to leave.
A buddy of mine was in Australia in March, and there was a 9-foot brown snake on the first tee.
No chance.
I'd be teeing it up from the Reds.
No chance.
We saw a snake at Stream Song. That was a water moccasin.
That thing was primed.
Both are death. You're dead. There's no running to safety.
So your blood's like
I'd rather
jelly
double
by
bogey.
the time you get to the next hole.
I'd rather 4 double bogeys in a row.
Jeez,
Anyways, Royal Melbourne looks unreal, as we know.
Did you hear Rory's comment?
I did.
Not even the best course in Melbourne.
Which, from guys I spoke to,
people
they say it's true.
Kingston Heath is better.
Hello, friends from Kingston Heath. Listen, both to me look great. I would love to have my own opinion one day on what looks better. My only thing is, Rory hit it nicely. He didn't look super sharp Thursday, Friday, but he played Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. He played 4 different golf courses.
Did he?
So he was going around and he was playing some golf. And then as soon as he said, Royal Melbourne's not the best in the area and that he prefers another golf course, I thought in my head, he's not going to win this week. He's there because, his invite and stuff like that. But I think he was just completely checked out and he's like, forget it. I'm not going to win. I don't really like the place.
Right.
Adam Scott looked good. in his hometown, home country. Minwoo Lee looked good. Lots of eagles. Lots of hole-out eagles.
Adam Scott's got a nice golf swing.
His backswing.
His backswing. Do you know what it does my
Lovely.
head in? His follow-through.
I know, but see, he gets his left pocket forward. Doesn't twist it. Quite nice. Me and Adam Scott. Aussie.
Who told you to do that?
Oi.
It's something about Adam Scott, as he's gotten older, his follow-through does my head in. Like the finish of his follow-through. It kind of, the club, like, it doesn't just kind of like end, right? It doesn't just finish and hold it, stick to the landing. It kind of goes there, and then the club travels, and then the club rises up. And I just think it's ruining the aesthetic of his swing.
I tell you,
the ball is
he dresses
100
nice.
yards down.
And he's wearing Uniqlo, but he dresses sharp.
I know, it's a Uniqlo
I know.
badge on there. There's no way that
Dresses sharp. Nice pants.
Yep, no, he's
Clean.
He's well put together.
Clean living.
Still playing good golf. Finished 5th.
How old is he? 45?
Yeah, he must be. Tiger turns, 50 in a couple of weeks. That's 45. He's right on 45.
December, I think it's Tiger the 20. No, Tiger's the 30th.
30th, isn't he? T-Dub's 50.
People are getting old.
I know.
So what's left? We have PJ Tour's over.
Mm-hmm.
DP World Tour still going.
Where do they go now?
South Africa. You ever like to go on a South African trip?
I mean, in all honesty, no, nothing. So we had a wee experience, right? This is going to sound. I can hear if I was listening to it, right? But
your thoughts, not mine, folks.
No, hear me out for just a second, right? So these safaris, they look great on Instagram, right? You see people in amongst it, pack of lines, see a rhino, the big five and all that. We were on the Kilimanjaro safari at Disney. So we're sitting up kind of front row of the wee truck as it's going round. And there was several hold-ups as we were going round, and it was a bit odd. The weather was nothing wrong with it. And you could hear on the radio something about them saying like one of the animals was really agitated. So I'm like, all right. I'm like, keep an eye on this. Now, you're heightened. If it was Trace and I, to be honest, you're heightened because you're with your kids. Your whole, system goes into protection mode. Like, which animal? Is it the flamingos or is it the lions?
Because you're not in a enclosed vehicle. It's open.
It's open.
A poacher.
No, I was thinking you saying that. And,
get the guns out.
So we get round to the lion enclosure. Now, there is like a deep kind of like thing. Trench. So they can't trench, so they can't obviously jump. This lion was, and it had been raining in the morning, so it wasn't like it was warm. The lions in that thing are normally sleeping. This one was pacing. I'm joking, like starving, right? So we're like, what's going on here? If this lion could have got out and it was looking for something, right? So we go round about another 30 yards, and there's a white rhino facing, literally on the road, facing our truck, horn down. And I'm like,
animals were pissed.
I'm like, what is going on?
I would have been.
I know. So there was all these Ranger cars around.
Is this made like? Was it?
I've got videos. I'll show you.
Oh, I get.
I've got them. And this white rhino, whatever it is, 3,000 pound, 4,000 pound white rhino is sitting there, and it's not happy. It's skittish. And so the driver, and now she's a Disney cast member, so she kind of edging forward, and this rhino starts kind of going like that.
That thing could flip the truck.
Easy. If it rams the truck, I mean, its horn's going through the whole thing.
So you got a rhino on this side, and you got a hungry lion on this side.
Three hungry lions on the other side. Oh. And I'm thinking to myself, what is an actual safari like? This is Disney.
I know, but the actual safaris, a friend of mine owns a safari truck. Yeah. They've got bazookas, literally massive. Like the barrel on the gun is, if people are watching, it's like a basketball size.
They're designed to.
It'll blow a village out the water.
Aye. But so this, thankfully, just as we got closer to it, this white rhino, you'll show you the video, literally turns and runs away. So it was, and there was another
did
feed
they honk
in there.
The horn or something?
No. They just, I think they wanted to kind of like spook it in that way. But
must have been the fairy godmother that helped you. Bibbidi bobbidi boop.
My heart was in my mouth, and I was thinking to myself, what is an actual safari like? And then I was thinking to myself, I don't fancy it. I don't fancy it.
I've seen some great photos. I'd love to be up close and to elephants and lions and stuff, but then
Would you though?
Then you're sleep. I'm talking luxury, like 20 grand a man for the week to go. Just to be there, not to get there, just to be there. You're in a big truck. You've got 4 or 5 local pals that have bazookas. And a friend of mine has seen buffalo migration.
If one
and
of these
zebras,
animals turns,
you're humped.
This is not like, the president of the United States type of security. This is, you're right, one guy with some wee rifle that's designed to kind of deter the thing. One of these animals turns and comes your way, you've got no chance.
I know. The thing for me is I'm going to get ripped for saying this. I wouldn't do well in a tent. And I know it's like luxury, like the Ritz has one, it's nice, and I've seen it. Like my friend stayed there. But even walking from your tent to dinner, there's snakes in those bushes. He's been bit. And if I was bit, don't even airlift me. Just bury me there because I would die in shock. I'd have a heart
Just
attack.
take you out to the lions and let them have their way.
See, I love the idea. My dad would love to do one.
Yeah.
But I'm no safari man.
Nah, I don't think it's for me.
The golf looks cool. Leopard Creek and stuff looks cool.
Even that.
Some really good wine in South Africa.
But a lot of the courses, the attraction is the wildlife on the course.
They have hippos at Leopard Creek.
Aye.
Leopards at Leopard Creek. Gary Player at Leopard Creek. That's a wild animal.
None of those things I want to be near.
No, exactly. Me neither.
I don't think South Africa's for me.
Yeah, it's funny you say that.
Happy not to be there.
I've never met Jack. I've met Arnold Palmer, well. I'm not interested in meeting Gary Player. Kind of does my head in a bit. I'd rather meet Lee Trevino. There's a million other guys I would like to meet, like old boys.
Yeah.
Gary Player rubs me the wrong way.
No, he's not for me.
Not for me.
That's all.
Not a fan.
Nothing. His accomplishments are great. You just need to ask him. He'll tell you how great they are.
I know. And I mean, he can kick his leg high. Congrats.
Honestly, see if he does that chop into his stomach one more time.
I know.
Honestly, come here and take a dig at you. See if you can fold him over.
Watch this, yeah.
Honestly,
not a fan. Deal. Well, we're not going to South Africa. I mean,
we're definitely not getting an invite to.
The thing is, some of those towns are dangerous.
No, not for me. None of it. None of it. No fancy. But they didn't nearly get attacked by a white rhino at Disney. I tell you what.
Do they say a poacher?
Nah, they stopped all that. That's not politically correct, I don't think.
I hate this world.
It's a changing world, isn't it?
Yep.
Changing world.
Well, talking about changing world, changing schedule to the PGA Tour.
Yes.
CEO and Tiger Woods, who's a board of directors.
He's very interested or very involved right now in all of these changes.
Well, he's got nothing else to do.
He's bored, isn't he?
Makes two of us. But they apparently sat in front of the 20 players at the Hero this week. Obviously, the guys that are there are some of the most important people for the PGA Tour. There's chats of schedule change, which we've talked about. We would like change to the schedule. One of them was that the tour would start after Super Bowl, which is February 4th to the 8th, early February. Which when I read that, I was like, different. It extends maybe the tour into November, which is good. We need golf in November. There's nothing. But they interviewed Scotty yesterday, and he's so cryptic. He's very like Tiger with his answers. Like, he's so protective of what he's doing. They go, "Oh, so what are you going to do for Christmas?" He's like, "I'm just going to be with my family." No kidding, you're going to be with your family. What are you like? Are you practicing? Tell us your testing products, something. Give the people an answer. And he's like, "I've got 5 weeks to get ready for for next year." And I'm thinking in my head, 5 weeks is not really a lot of time off. These guys travel a lot, and I'm not trying to be sentimental saying, "Oh, traveling on a private jet week in, week out is easy." But 5 weeks is nothing. I would want more than 5 weeks vacation if you're on tour every week.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, if it starts after the Super Bowl, who knows when this is coming, but Tiger said in his presser, they've had a ton of meetings. They've talked to media and equipment companies and fans and PGA Tour people that are hosting these events, what could be different, and apparently shorter season, but start it later. Who knows? Maybe that's where they go. Makes sense.
It would change a lot of things. You think of some of those events that come early, Pebble, Torrey, those are some big events. So they get shunted back, and then you start kind of playing with the other events and stuff like that. You start squeezing it, but they're obviously, I don't know if they don't have as much sponsorship opportunity, or they're trying to just maybe keep the bigger ones and then weed out the ones that are, the smaller fields. And
I think too,
I wouldn't be against that.
Which probably doesn't make much sense for you and I, but when you watch the AT&T Pebble Beach and playoff football's on, and they're playing in Buffalo, and golf ends at 6:00, but football's already starting, people are going to turn golf off and watch football in America. It's like a religion, which is fine. Mm-hmm. And I think the PGA Tour is probably also thinking, we have nobody watching these final events, and they're these boosted events. Well, how are they going to pay these guys? They obviously need to make money on viewership as well.
Yeah.
I mean, football takes the cake. Jim Nantz always says it on Super Bowl Sunday. He goes, I'll catch everyone next week at Torrey Pines, wherever he is. And then he's in the booth every Sunday for golf. So, I don't know. Maybe it makes sense. No golf early in the year.
Yeah.
Different.
I know. I don't know. I suppose you can't have your cake and eat it. Like, I like the Sony. I like Hawaii. I always liked the 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Maybe don't watch it as much as I used to, but I think that's just because golf is so fractured. There's different players. I've got so much commitments to be able when it was simpler times, when Tiger and Rory and VJ and Ernie were all going to the Tournament of Champions, whatever that used to be called, the one at Kapalua, and then I think most of them would play Sony. I don't think Tiger ever would, but it felt like the start of the year.
And then there was a point where Tiger stopped even going to the Tournament of Champions.
There was,
which the PGA Tour should have made a rule years ago. If you win, it is mandatory. There's no, unless you're broken, there's mandatory. You have to go to the Tournament of Champions.
Do you know what I was just thinking of? A slight segue. Do you remember at the end of the year they used to do an event? All the major winners used to play in an event.
Yeah.
Remember
they used to play it in Bermuda.
Yeah, I wonder why they stopped.
The other thing that was great was the Tavistock Cup. I used to love that.
The Tavistock Cup was a great thing.
Battle of the neighborhoods.
I know.
Nona, Isleworth,
and then they added
Queenwood.
But when they added Queenwood, it wasn't as good.
I know.
But do you know what the problem is? No one lives there anymore.
No, I know.
They all
no
live
one
down
lives in
in
Isleworth. I mean, some boys live in Nona still, but
yeah,
I mean,
not really the top boys. It's kind of you're either Poulter and those guys, the older ones, or there's a few younger guys that are there, but no one's. You're either Jupiter or West Palm, really.
I watched that Poulter playing with Brian Bros. I miss Ian Poulter so much. He's so good.
Yeah, he's good. I like his channel. He, that boxing promoter Eddie Hearn, like he done 9-hole match with him, which is quite good too.
There's a documentary about him on Netflix.
Have you seen it?
Not yet.
It's really good.
Yeah,
great showman. Him and his dad. Yeah, it's really good. But I like Poulter.
he's straight to the point. There's no BS with Poulter.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna have a.
So you did watch the thing?
Yeah, I think he's gonna have a great career on Champions Tour.
Yeah,
and he'll play it for sure, guaranteed. I hope he becomes a Ryder Cup captain one day. I think he'd be great for the Ryder Cup.
I wonder if he'll play Champions Tour though, because he's obviously still committed to live for
a couple. A few years. Yeah. But I think he'll. Is Poulter's game perfect? No, that's why he's never really won a lot. But he stripes it. Obviously, he's a PGA Tour player. He's good. Did
you see his speeds and stuff like that when they were on the launch mode? He's not very quick anymore.
No.
I don't think he was ever really quick, but he's definitely not quick anymore. But he like that. I think I'd said to you in our last podcast, like watch it, because like he I think what did he shoot 4 or 5 under, and it felt like he shot 2 over.
Yeah.
And at one point, I'm like, you shot. How good was George Bryan?
Ridiculous. And then him and Wesley that week got into, they called the little Forsythitis, and they were chasing each other with speed. That? Yeah, it's great.
So like Wesley's like a 168 guy, but he hits up on it probably 6 or 7.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, like the two of them well, George has been a bit quicker, but he's a little less efficient with his numbers. But the two of them are like mid 180s now.
Ridiculous. Good for them. I wish. My neck's humped.
Well, we've got a little plan for that, haven't we?
We do. Yeah.
A little speed series with Cody and Casey, and the four of us going to each pick a specific method: super speed golf, stack system, ripstick, or just your own driver.
Yeah.
Right? We're going to pull kind of, pull the whatever method of speed training for a period of time. We'll do a lucky draw, see who gets what, and then we'll all document our speed journey, because I think people often want to know which one. We have no affiliation to any of these companies, so we just have access to those three. And there's some people, Fast Eddie.
Get him on the pod.
I would love to get him on the pod. Eddie Fernandez, former world long drive. Don't know if he ever won the open field. I know he won the seniors a bunch of times, but one of the fastest players, unbelievable golf swing, hits a long way. Dead against speed training systems. Says they're all
get them on.
All garble. I've done them. You've done speed training systems. Well, you've swung them a couple of times. We've done them. I've obviously went through the process with the super speed guys. Think the world of their process and stuff like that. But he is adamant. He's like, you don't need it.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't disagree with the system. I'm just lazy.
What do you think you could get your speed to? This by March.
160? No, that's a lie. Yeah, 160. Why not? Here's the problem, and this goes against what we've done forever. I don't hit balls indoors well with driver. I struggle with it. I struggle with I don't know. You say it's the lines. I know my alignments.
No,
pish, but
it's coming out. The video's coming out today. Just to date this, so
don't forget to watch.
So Fraser Golf Institute. You see Mikey get his first our first kind of proper lesson working your swing. It was quite an interesting one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was good. It was stuff that was easy to take away, exciting to work on it. Again, people might know or not know. I don't like to practice.
So the series is called Good to Great. From good to great.
That's not bad.
So to take a golfer who's a good golfer,
from shite to good,
crap to scratch. No, from good to great, and it's just documenting a bit your journey this winter, trying to get a little bit better, and definitely hitting a bit longer will be part of that. But what you struggle with is when you push on speed, your flaws are magnified. Mm-hmm. You have no side bend, no right side bend, which causes you to get a little steeper and more left. And then when you get steep and left, you artificially try and create some form of shallow, which is hanging in your back foot, and then you hit out the heel. That's kind of what you do, and it kind of leads to, you start off hitting at a decent distance and it gets shorter and shorter. The more you should be getting longer and longer.
I was testing a new driver last week, last week, doesn't matter. And the simulator room, pretty wide, but instead of squares, they just had a little circle where you tee it up. It's the straightest I've hit it in a bay in quite some time. Yep. I had some decent ones, but we were working on stuff. And I was like, the first couple were quick, and I was like, oh, that's the worst because it's downhill from there. But the speed stayed. And then I was driving home, and I go, wonder why did I hit it straighter? Because normally I have a fear. It just always bleeds something right in the sim. And I've played with guys, and they go, I thought you hit a cut. Yeah. I go, no. I was like, it's generally straight, maybe a draw. My miss is a cut. I said, but indoors, it's just... I'm a mental midget. I don't know what to tell you. But with that circular disc in the middle... I don't know. It was maybe different. Maybe because I didn't have to worry about lines and stuff like we've talked about in the mats. I don't know. Good driver, though. Can't wait.
Okay, so speaking of 2026 product, you've done a little bit of testing. Now, we're not going to name, all of these as much as it frustrates you guys. We're not going to name names of who you tested, but we can talk about the fact you've tested 2026 product.
Totally.
From a company that... we always test product with, and in recent years you haven't found yourself captivated by what they've offered, but you're impressed with this one.
Yeah, it's again, I had my own gamer, hit some shots, was comfortable. Yeah. Again, I don't love indoor fittings. For me, I can't hit drivers indoors. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But it was nice. It was good. I liked it.
You were a little bit quicker than your driver?
It was a little bit quicker, which I texted you the next day, and I was like, a couple whatever, and it was, I was shocked. Because, again, you go into those, we haven't really been playing, you're worried that you're going to hit it like crap, or you're going to embarrass yourself or whatever. I mean, I hit it fine. I was happy with it. I was really happy with it. Would I game it? For sure. For sure.
It's good.
But I'd obviously love to do some more, testing side by side and stuff like that. But yeah, very impressed.
I'm looking forward to testing some of the new gear, hopefully over the next couple of weeks. If not, obviously we'll see it in Orlando, and it'll be more of a traditional product launch. I mean, obviously we're seeing pictures, but to hit it in advance would be nice to get a little look at some of the new stuff. Cobra pictures leaked out now. What do you think of the look of their new line? Is it Optimum?
Yeah, Optimum something. Yeah,
OPTM or something?
Shiny top looks great. I was talking about this with someone else. I would just love for them to have LTDX again, just something quick and great sounding, great looking. I mean, who knows? I've never hit this Cobra driver, so I can't tell you. We all agree the adapter that they came out with was great.
It's great, yep.
I just thought the head that it was on was not fantastic. So
yeah, I mean, the word in the street is it's very good. We can say that. We can say that. The word in the street is the Cobra one is really good.
Interesting.
We'll see. I chatted with Tom Horley.
He was out there doing a little tour.
Yeah, I don't know if he went to maybe he went to Cobra, but we were chatting, and I was telling him about our guys in Hong Kong, and I was saying to him we didn't sell one. We did not sell one. I think there was one Cobra 5-wood was sold. We didn't sell a single driver or 3-wood or anything else. We stuck with them. It's funny. He said he was the same.
The last few years, when you look at like a 5-wood or a 7-wood from Cobra, even like their titanium or LS, whatever it was, the fairway woods always look great and they do perform.
Yep.
But yeah, the driver the last few years has been a real stinker.
Yeah. I know they can go like that a little bit, Cobra, and I'm not really sure why. Because if you think back to the years of, they had the F9, which was loved, white and yellow option. That was loved. Then they went through a weird way. They went Speed Zone, Rad Speed.
Rad Speed was junk.
And then after that, I think that's when they came back with LTDX, which was really good.
Then Aerojet was a stinker.
Aerojet was a bit of a donkey. And then what came after Aerojet?
Or DS Adapt, and then...
Yeah, it basically went through that. So they just, I don't know, they've just kind of... They seem to get the formula, but not... Like, I look at what Titleist have done. And maybe Titleist, actually, it would seem they're the exception than the rule. TS, TSI, TSR, GT. Every single line got incrementally, in my opinion, better to the point where it got unbelievable. Yeah. But TSI was unbelievable too, and TSR was unbelievable. Whereas it seems like the other companies kind of like take something that works, and all of a sudden it just stops kind of working.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I was going to say I messaged someone from Cobra, but I forgot to do it. But yeah, I would just love to see. I'd love to see something great from Cobra, because we know the people that design it. We know the other products are good. It just I find if you've got an OEM that doesn't have a great driver, it just gets overlooked. Yeah. Which is a shame.
Yeah. Well, there's an interesting new driver that's coming, and it's not from one of the big companies. And it does look like two major player drivers have merged into one. It kind of looks like Titleist and TaylorMade have had a baby, and out come this driver. Not what I was expecting from this particular company. And guys, we're not going to name who it is, but certainly you can go and do your research, and you'll find it pretty quickly. Yeah,
some photos, I guess, were leaked last week or whatever of it. I mean, badging was hidden, so take your own guess on who it is. Interesting, because there's patents about other stuff that's currently out, so I don't know how they've done it, or how they got around to do it, but bring on 2026. Absolutely. I'd love to sign an NDA to find out more about that one.
Without a doubt. All right, Michael, so speaking of the Good to Great series, today is the first episode, as we said. We're going to be doing more of it, more of our off.
You'll lose subscribers.
No, we won't. People love the journey. People love to see what's going on. Now, the one thing I want to say, obviously, for those that follow, that will watch the podcast or listen to the podcast and watch the series, I think this is an important one to address, right? So we say in the video, you know, what's your current handicap? You're like 1.
Yeah.
The journey's to scratch. If I was watching, I'd be like, well, big deal. You've got to improve 1 shot.
That's the hardest.
Let's frame it a slightly different way. You played 150 rounds or something around your home course last year. Your average score or scoring average was probably 76, 77.
Yeah, probably 77, 78.
That is not, this isn't, I'm not, you know, I'd never say something or never mean this in like a bad way towards you, but that's not really a scratch golfer.
No.
That's the average score around your
That's why the handicap system is flawed.
Right. So, in my opinion, your journey to scratch is your journey to shooting par.
Yeah, totally.
I think about it a little bit more 100%. Like that. So,
because around my place, if your average went from, let's say, 77 to 72, then
you're
that's like playing like a plus two, 100%.
You're
and then I agree 100%.
So that's the way I want people to understand the series is this is trying to, because you broke par this year for the first time. I want you now shooting par, breaking par.
Yeah.
You know, on a much more regular sort of basis.
I mean, coming in 1 over, I'd be the happiest guy. You know what I mean? Like that, which is funny for people to hear as a scratch golfer, coming in 1 or 2 over on a Sunday round with the boys, I'd be happy with. 4 or 5 over, it's not that I'm not happy with it, but it's just like, ugh, what a waste of time.
So I think this series will be around the parts of your game that need to kind of come together a little bit to take you to that next level, which isn't really to take you from a 1 handicap to a scratch handicap. It's to take you from somebody who shoots in the mid to high 70s to shooting in the low 70s.
Yeah.
And potentially even into the 60s. That's what the series really is all about. So for those who kind of watch the series and follow along, that's just one piece of context that I wanted to sort of make sure was out there.
Yeah. Last podcast we had talked about community questions.
Yes.
We're changing up from the snakes and ladders for a bit, just because right now during the season there's not much snakes and not much ladders.
Nah, and it's also good that, you know, you guys have your weekly say, and you can tune in for a little bit of the Q&A type format, which is always fun.
So we've screenshotted some questions. Oh, the questions, so many, hundreds and hundreds. And the first question is from Whiskey and Waffles.
Right.
Waffles. How do you find a good fitter?
With great difficulty, apparently.
Yeah.
It still seems like a really difficult thing. Out there, there's lots of fitting places, but how do you find a great fitter?
The thing that drives me nuts the most is that COVID and onwards, there have been people that have decided, I like equipment, I'm gonna get a fit cart, and I'm gonna advertise myself as the best fitter, a master club fitter.
Names.
Yeah, I will. Listen, Brad Johnson. No, I just kidding. But like a master fitter, you're a master of nothing.
That's enough.
And it drives me nuts that, you know, I had a, I don't care. I had a guy send me a message. I'm going to do fitting part time. Where should I start doing it? I'm like part time. You're going to call yourself a fitter? Like, I'd be afraid to send my dad to someone because I don't know what they're like, right? And it's like, you know, I send him a message, you know, do you ever TrackMan level 1 and 2? You know, how much time have you spent on Foresight or whatever system you're going to use? Oh, I'll get to it. You don't fit a golf club unless you know that information. It's not just red shaft goes high, blue shaft goes mid, and a black shaft goes low. It's just not that simple. But unfortunately, the golf industry has
no barrier to entry.
Yeah, they've just made it accessible that everyone's this master fitter. It drives me up the wall.
I've been saying it for 15 years that this is a real problem for the the club fitting industry, and I suppose as well a little bit in the teaching game, it's prevalent as well. But you know, at least if you go through the PGA system, you're kind of, I call it community service.
Yeah,
you're getting your reps in, right? You're earning, you know, your sort of stripes. And right now, you're right. There's people out there who are doing it with no background of having done it. So, you know, there's back to the question of how do you find a good fitter? It's not easy because there aren't many of them out there.
Yeah,
I truly mean that when I say like, and you know, I just don't think people have the exposure because one thing, and I've said this for years, and it's the first time you've heard me say it, I don't mean to knock the I call them like lab rats. If you've just worked in a club fitting environment, as in an indoor club fitting bay, I'm having a hard time calling you a club fitter, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Right? My education was 2004, traveling up and down and all around the UK, fitting people driving range, indoor, grass, mats, range ball, penta, right, whatever it was at the time. And I saw everything. I saw bonded clubs, adjustable clubs.
wooden clubs.
Aye, exactly. Leather grips, knee grips, the whole thing, the whole gambit. And every single one made your intuition as to what you were dealing with. Like, I remember some of the best fitting experiences we ever had was going to the golf shows, Scottish golf show, UK golf show, London golf show, and having to, like, we weren't dealing with Foresight or TrackMan at the time, and we were literally had people hitting into a net, and it got to a point where I could see on the net where the perfect launch was. We may have a mat system that was giving us spin, and how accurate they were, I don't know. But we were selling so many golf clubs at those demo days, and you know, it sharpened your senses as to what needed to happen. I don't think people are getting that level of exposure nowadays. I think they're literally, like you say, building an indoor fitting facility, working off a launch monitor, and then reacting to launch and spin. Your fitting senses, your sensory system is not robust enough to deal with all facets of what a golfer needs for you to be considering when they're being fit. It's massively, massively different. That's why I can't take anyone serious who calls himself a master fitter or has been doing it a couple of years, and then all of a sudden they want to talk about themselves like they're, you know, God's gift to club fitting. I'm just not wearing it.
Listen, we had another company. Your business card never said master club fitter.
Purposely.
My business card never said master of nothing. There's master of one thing. That's master. Only.
You know what?
And you know it's funny. We had, there doesn't matter that we had staff that were like, I want to be a master fitter. I'm like, explain to me.
Go work somewhere else then.
Explain to me what a master fitter is. I said, because you're talking to you're talking to two guys that don't consider them, or it's not that we don't consider ourselves master fitters. I just don't believe in the name. It's like a fake certificate. You got your Smart Serve or you got your boating license online for $5. Like, again, if you want a good fitter, obviously in today's day and age, social media, asking people who is the best. I mean, who is, you know, is it a mom and pop? Is it a big box, you know, or a big, you know, corporate, you know, club fitter? Who do I go see at a specific location? I will say, if you want the best, you might have to travel to see the best.
Highly likely.
Yeah. And I mean, how many guys traveled in to see all of us, right? Like, it was different. Like, if you want the most out of your clubs, you want them built properly, you believe in the process, you believe in the fitting process, the guys you're seeing probably believe in you more than they, you know, believe in their whole process because they want you to, you know, succeed. You're going to have to travel to find those guys, because there's a great fitter in Norway. There's a great fitter in Miami. There was great fitters there. You know, we were in Toronto. There's guys in LA. There's not a guy in, you know, for example, like North Carolina, South Carolina, Atlanta. Like, they're not all there. They might be in different parts of the world that you have to go travel to see the best of the best. Yeah,
it's just the nature of the beast. It's, you know, if you're going to want that level of quality. Now, you can get a fitting.
Yeah,
you
sure.
can get a fitting and you can get, you know, I'm not sure how much of along the way you'll get. You'll get a large a large way towards being fit. But if you're looking for their clubs to be fully optimized, considering all things, it's not easy.
The one thing I will say is, again, you have to travel depending on where you are. I've got a family member right now who wants fitted, and obviously his nephew cannot fit him for golf clubs, who's fitted him forever. And he lives on the west coast of the U.S. And he's like, where should I go? And I was like, let me do some digging. Let me call some people and see, he wants a certain brand. Let me see who the best of the best is. And I get some information back and I go, I personally can't say go see this guy because I don't know. I've never heard of them. I've tried to look up other guys, read on Reddit or whatever just to find information. I do have confidence in sending someone, if you can arrange it, to a TPI or to a Kingdom or to Callaway Performance Center if they want just the one brand. And he does. So it's one of those where I'm setting up a TPI experience for him because we've gone through the process, and it's one of those where I can confidently say you can walk away and he's going to get a good fitting experience and be confident with the clubs. It's one of those I could sleep easy at night going, you're going to TPI. The OEMs have definitely gotten light years better at the offering the fitting experience. I mean, I've had fits at OEMs years ago. We both walk away and go, I'm going to change this, and this. And it may be because of me, how I performed that day, but it just didn't feel like you get the full answer. A lot of these OEMs have some really good fitters now at their HQ, Titleist especially. I mean, we've been through their fitters, and they're all, one, good people, but two, they believe in their product, and they're there for one thing, to make you a better golfer. Yeah,
they really educate their team and make sure that they continue to kind of lift the rocks, and uncover the sort of the details as to where you're going to play better golf.
It's never a rushed experience.
No. Without a doubt.
So that's how you find a good fitter. You might have to do some traveling, might have to do some digging. Personal reviews, ask people who have bought product from so-and-so and see if they've had a good experience and go there. It might not work for everyone.
Let's go to the next one. We'll beat this horse to death. Let's move to the next one.
Do your own homework. Do you think the zero torque bubble will pop?
It will. The peak will soften, without a doubt. I would say it is softening. I think even the fact that the zero torque has kind of gone now, low torque, toe up. There's new names for it now. It's softening. There's no doubt about it. There's, I'm so happy Sam sold when they did.
Yeah.
I think the other side of it will be now, and he may argue the other side is, well, we actually had plans to go a little bit back towards the kind of conventional style, which they are, right? The heel shafted version of their putter, but I think it's less of a concept on an island, and everyone else is on the mainland. I think they're coming much closer together. So I think it's a new option that will be part of it. Like, again, I can only reference what I have access to in terms of sales data and fitting data from Hong Kong. The guys started off, they were probably selling 85% of what they would sell would be lab. Now you're lucky if they sell 10% lab. So it's softening.
Yeah.
No doubt.
The Garage Golf Lab asks, long tour career, couple of wins and banked money, or lose card forever after one and only major win?
So you're Ben Curtis or you are Colin Montgomery, basically. What was it? Say it again. What was the
long tour career, couple of wins and banked a bunch of money, or lose card forever after one and only major win? I mean, playing Augusta every year would be pretty good.
You're not guaranteed to play Augusta every either one. If you win the Open,
no, I'm saying if you win the Masters,
that's your magic. If you win that one, but what would I want? A major,
easy peasy.
I mean, a major doesn't pay your bills when you've. I think it's a long career.
Geese the cash.
It's a long career. At the end of the day, you're. Yeah, you might end up on a driving range somewhere, Jean Van de Velde.
I know.
I mean,
in Mexico.
He obviously never won it, Yeah, I take the long career.
Yeah, me too. Long career, loads of cash, and then you might get your
Couple
knighthood
wins.
or something. Sir Mike, I like it.
Sir Mickey.
I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name, but wedge practice routine.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it asks.
Yeah, I think you want to do some. I mean, so this is going into the different types of practice. You want to do some block. You want to do some randomized practice. You want to do some skill-based practice. I think building a wedge matrix, like we've talked about on the Fraser Golf Institute channel before, is something you want to do. But I think making sure your house is in order with regards to your delivery, making sure that you've got X amount of angle attack, your X amount of shaft lean, that ultimately controls low point and sort of strike height. And then from there, I think it's just skill acquisition, hitting to different distances, etc. And building a wedge matrix, really knowing that at a certain yardage, you've got a club for the job.
Good to know. I need to.
Yeah, no one really does it right.
No. I don't know if this is towards a simulator. The boy says you've bought the gear and it's time to play the courses. Which known course do you play first? Doesn't make any sense.
You've bought the gear, now it's time to play the courses. Which known course do you play first? I'm not really. I don't really get that one, but
Must be a simulator question.
do you think so?
You've bought all the gear, foresight, the net, the mat.
Right, okay.
What course do you play first? GS Pro and you play Augusta National. I mean, it's easy. You just don't put it on video. Or you'll get kicked out.
You never get let in the door. I don't really get that one.
No, me neither. Would love to know why Mike went to the 0 degree Oz putter over a 2 degree shaft lean. I didn't like the 2 degree shaft lean. A mallet was already a different change. I don't need any more than that. And I liked a normal grip on a putter. That's it. Easy.
There you go.
What is one thing, did we do this? What is one thing the golf equipment / fitting industry should do better to serve customers?
There's lots. There's so many.
Buckle up, our Vega 83.
Let me give you something that's not going to give anything away, because there's no getting away from it. There's part of what we are doing right now is analysing the space and looking at like what is everything that needs to change about what it was that we done prior and what how the industry is. That's currently what we're doing. Without giving too much away. Say the question one more time for me. What is one thing that needs to change?
What is one thing that the golf equipment / fitting industry should do better to serve customers?
Care about what happens after the clubs have been purchased. I would just go there. I think there's not enough care for the ramifications of a significant purchase.
Lovely.
One more.
Is Carnoustie up to Cruden Bay the underrated and economical golf trail in Scotland?
Is Carnoustie up to Cruden Bay the economical
golf trail in Scotland?
It's definitely one of the most underrated ones. When you get up there and you play Montrose and you've got Panmure, Monteith's pretty good. Yeah, you without getting into the big green fees, you can play some great golf on that East Coast.
I love Panmure.
Panmure's great.
This is going to sound crazy. If someone said, join a club over there just to be an out-of-town member,
It would probably be that.
probably. Panmure would be one of them, for sure. It's a good vibe.
It's really good course. I think there's a lot in Ayrshire as well. I think you can play some real good golf in Ayrshire without hitting the
big boys.
Yeah, without needing to hit the big
You
boys.
could go over for 7 days, play Western Gales 7 times, and have the greatest time ever.
I mean, people don't. Western Gales get more tourists. Glasgow Gales is good fun. Just it's not visually as good. Obviously, most people know about Dundonald, but it's great. And obviously,
I only played 3 holes at Dundonald. I was kicked off the golf course.
Really good.
Western Gales, that's another one. If someone said a little out of towner, I could go play there all the time.
I mean, there's what's it now? What's the one called at Turnberry now? It's not. It used to be called the Robert the Bruce. It's now
Is it not called that anymore? Was it called
something else?
Donald Trump Trail?
Probably. That one's good. That one's pretty good. That one's also pretty decent.
They changed the name of that.
Yep.
Oh.
There's some other good ones around the Highlands.
The Robert the Bruce was good. The first 5 or 6 holes boring.
It's a bit disjointed. There's those early holes, and then you play some holes where there's trees and it's like, what are you doing out
Bushes.
here?
There's bushes that are 10 feet tall, and then there's a runway.
I know. That's right. It used to be an active runway during the war.
So good. During the war. That's all the questions for community
questions.
Community questions.
We'll be posting on Instagram for next week, so look out for that, and we will be sure to grab. We're going to try and grab 5 to 10.
Yeah,
that's going to be the goal.
That is the goal. And next week,
how's this? I want to hear people's feedback. If you got this far, let us know. If you got this far, how are the mics sounding? Yeah. How's the new setup sounding? Professional
lights, camera,
DJ mic,
action.
I tell you, it was not good. Our camera keeps flipping off.
Oh, great!
Smash.
Now you see me, now you don't.
But listen, it's all about here, and it's the nuggets. It's the
right. Couple weeks till Christmas. One episode will have a wee gift guide. Things to get
Next week we'll do the gift guide because we want to give people some time to actually
Amazon.
I know. But we'll do the gift guide next week. That's a good one.
I'll tell you, the last 2 weeks, Amazon driver, he knows us by name.
I need help. I'm in dire straits this year for gifts. I don't know what to buy.
What a band. Salt and the Sphinx.
Oh, I tell you what.
That was my most played Spotify this year.
Was it Dire Straits?
My average age, listening age was 73 years old. Oh. And Dire Straits, Salt and the Swings, #1 song.
It's a great tune.
Oh.
Walk of Life. Brothers in Arms. Oh. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this week. Hope it sounded good this week. New mics, new setup. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back next week.